sus papeles, personajes de ciencia ficción. Y Jennifer dice que se inspiró mucho en Sarah Connor de Terminator 2. Y también es el personaje de Sigourney Weaver en Alien, que fue algo que platicaron también con Brad, el director, como que estuvieron ambos de acuerdo que estos, ¿no? Que son maravillosos los personajes superdadas, personajes femeninos. Y Simu dice que es muy fan de Star Trek, entonces se fue mucho por allá. Y también habló de Odisea en el espacio. Fueron como que aunque son inteligencia artificial buena onda y su personaje no es tan buena onda, pero bueno, que tomó inspiración de por allá. La siguiente pregunta viene de Editorial Televisa. Eurídice Garavito García pregunta para Jennifer López. What challenges does humanity face regarding artificial intelligence? What aspects of new technologies do you find most surprising?
I mean, technology is advancing all the time, and obviously there's a lot of it that makes me nervous. I mean, you know, when you think about artificial intelligence, and even this movie itself kind of shows you, does a good job of showing both sides of the story, which is kind of what can go really, really right with AI and how we can really use them to be a greater version of ourselves in a way, and then how it can go really, really wrong with like Simu's character, where they can destroy and take over and kind of obliterate humanity. So I think right now, for me, when I think about it, it's a big question, right? There's an idea of like we have to have a lot of respect when it comes to artificial intelligence. It's just like any technology. I remember in the music business when the internet came around and everybody was like, oh, it's never gonna take over music. And it was like, okay, well that happened. And so you just have to really be open to the fact that there's gonna be changes all the time, and not changes that some people can predict and some people just can't foresee because we get so stuck in our own reality. But yeah, I think it's about respecting it and not letting it kind of take over in any way, but using it to aid us in the best ways that it can.
It's all about balance. Bueno, tenemos una pregunta de Brasil. Fan Influencia es de Diogo Cunha. Y the questions for Jennifer Lopez. With an impressive career and numerous films to your credit, do you still experience those famous butterflies in your stomach when working on projects like the new Netflix film Atlas?
I have butterflies right now. I always have butterflies. I don't think, you know, it ever gets old to me, no matter how long I've been in this business. I always feel the excitement of doing what I do and being able to be blessed to do what I do. For me, it is a huge, you know, privilege to be able to find something so young that I was so passionate about in entertaining and performing and singing and dancing and acting and producing, and be able to be doing that my whole life. And so, you know, yes, I still get butterflies. I'm more at home, actually, believe it or not, on stage in front of, you know, 30,000 people than I am in a room like this. You know what I mean? I'm more at home in, you know, on the set, in a little 2x2 with a green screen behind me and make believing I'm falling through the planets.
I can attest to that.
Acting crazy and, you know, have my adrenaline at 100 and really acting and, you know, just putting myself in another realm. I feel very comfortable in those situations, I guess because I've been doing it a long time.
I think it shows. I mean, I think we were remember on our content day when we were reviewing your Super Bowl footage, and I was just like, you're one of the best to ever do it, period.
What about you, Simu? Do you still get those butterflies?
Yeah, I feel really at home when I'm on stage in front of the Super Bowl, you know,
75,000 fans, yeah. Yeah, I think what Jen said really rings true. I think, you know, I think the butterflies never really go away, but I think I think as artists, and certainly as performers, I think find a way to be excited by the butterflies and to use that kind of nervous energy and to embrace it in a way. You know, I think some of the greatest actors I've ever known and ones I look up to experience terrible stage fright and nervousness and anxiety, and it's not the lack of those things that allows them to be great, it's that they accept it and then they embrace it and then they work through it, which I think is pretty incredible.
And what happens as a director? Do you still get butterflies?
Yes, I came from animation. I sit in a room by myself and draw pictures. That's like my background. So when you go to a set and there's 400 people that want your opinion, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. But just to add on to what they said, generally I think those butterflies are because you care so much, right? Like if you didn't have that, something would be wrong.
Yeah.
Like you need to have that. It means you've invested so much, you care so much. And it's sort of like your body's preparation to like pour your heart out into something, I think is what happens. But one of the things that both of them said that is 100% true is the sooner you can get into the flow state, the better. The more at home you are, like as a creative who wakes up every day and all I want to do is create, like literally, you can ask my girlfriend, I drive her crazy. I would wake up and I just want to go make something. And when you get in that flow state,
You can make her breakfast in bed.
dude, I don't want to poison her. I am not good at cooking. I'll do everything.
You can
but-
make her a cup of coffee.
There you go. I do that. But like once you get in that flow state, it's like that's what you live for, you know, being that creator and being in that creative state. And so, yeah, once you get in that space, you never want to leave it. It's so addicting. You're like, this is what I was built to do. I love doing this.
So I think if you don't get the butterflies, maybe that means you're AI or a robot. You should check. Tenemos ahora una pregunta de Brasil, de Estación Nerd, y Caro Rodríguez pregunta para Simu.
Whoa, really?
Yes, you have your own question.
That for me?
Para ti.
From Brazil. What is it like to work with Jennifer Lopez, who's often regarded as a premier action actress